Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. Good morning. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, and it's time for Qriket Chat. Let's see. Today we're going to be playing with the Cricut Joy, one of my favorites. Well, I'm not going to lie. They're all my favorites. I'm Cricut hooked. But we're going to work on the Joy today because a lot of people may have just now received this foil transfer kit. It launched last week, and it's possible that you ordered it online or wherever and you haven't taken it out of the box. And so I want to show you how to use it. And also I want to show you how to use the Joy app. And hold on a second. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't do that. Oh, this dog. All right, let go. Let go. Thank you. Sorry. I swear he's like, I want to craft, Mom. I don't know. Anyway, I want to show you the Joy app. I also want to show you how to create your own insert cards. If for example, you have a special occasion and you need to do some matchy stuff. But I want to show you some of the newest insert cards that are out there as well. So that's what we're going to do today. And let's see, before I get started, I just wanted to let you know, in case you missed it, on Saturday night, there will not be date night, okay? There will not be date night, so therefore there will not be the replay on the YouTube channel because I am going to the Great North Woods in New Hampshire and in the land with no internet. Well, not very spotty internet and no Wi-Fi. So I'll miss you guys, but I won't be able to really post a video. I might be able to post like things, but I know for sure I won't be able to post a whole video. Anyway, so there's that. But you have me until the end of the week, and then I'll be back on Monday. Okay. So, it's a beautiful morning here. It's like it started off, at least when I woke up at 5:30, it started off in the mid 50s, which is beautiful, comforting sleeping weather, right? Comfortable sleeping weather, as they say. So good morning to everyone. And I'm so glad you could join us. We're going to be making some cards using our Cricut Joy and also the Joy app. But I want to start off by saying that you don't need to use the Joy app to work with the Joy. You also don't need to use an iPad, but I like to use my iPad with my Joy because then I can move my Joy anywhere I like. I can use it in the kitchen, the living room. And actually next week, I'll be taking it down to Culture House in Peabody and showing people how to cut for infusible ink mugs. And it does quite a bit. And it's very, very portable. There is available a special like carrying case. And it's really a lot of fun to bring it somewhere and show people. I think one of the things that happens to me, I don't know if it happens to you, but after a while, some of this stuff like doesn't like wow you as much anymore. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything, but like I am so used to being wowed by Cricut that it's like you run out of the energy to get wowed. And it's just a pretty amazing company is all that I'm trying to say. And so I just kind of wanted to show you this latest wow thing, and that is the foil. Now, the foil transfer kit came out last year for the other machines, but, I heard a lot of people saying that they found it difficult to use, and I did a little bit, and I think I know why. I think it's like it's the broadness, right? of your other machines. So this foil transfer kit now for the Joy is a lot more streamlined and easier to use, and plus it fits onto a Joy a Joy mat. Now this is the card mat. However, you could also use, let me see if I can't find it. You can also use these Cricut Joy, either half or full sheets of Cricut Joy mats if, say, you're not making a card. But I'll tell you something, there are like almost 1,200 cards in the Cricut Joy app that you can choose from. We're going to quit this, that you can choose from. So I want to kind of just start with the basics, and I'm going to let you guys explore and try things from there. I want to just set everybody up for the basics. So the first thing that you're going to need here is you are going to need a Joy app, which is free. And if you're working on an iPad or an iPhone, it's available in the App Store, and you just have to type in, I don't know, Joy app, believe. No, that's not right. Oh, come on. Cricut Joy. Maybe you type in Cricut Joy? Cricut Joy. Okay. And this is it. Now, I do want to tell you that there are a number of sort of knockoffs here. And these are not, aside from these two apps, the Cricut Joy and the Cricut Design Space app, those are the only ones that are supported or created by Cricut. These other things, they may or may not be good. I actually downloaded a couple of them, but didn't really do anything with them. Some of them may actually even charge you money. That's not the case with Design Space. You will, if you're not an Access member, you will get charged for some things. But once you buy them, they're yours for free forever. Okay. But personally, I'm an Access member, so I like being Access member because look, these are all the insert cards. And when you see this A, like up in the corner, this little A up in the corner, it means it's free for Access customers. And I think nearly all, I don't want to say all, but I think nearly all of them have that A there, which is pretty amazing. And there is, as I said, there's 1,100. I was wrong. I said 1,200, but there's actually 1,193 cards. Come on, get with the program, Cricut. I mean, 7 more cards. They can do 7 more cards. Anyway, and every kind of card you can imagine. There's birthday, there's new home, sympathy, hello, wedding, and you can do a search up here by some of these things that I typed in, wedding, and you'll see 68 cards that are about getting married or congratulatory. Like this one here doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding, but some of them are invites and some of them are congratulatory and some of them are very specific, like you may now kiss the bride or we're engaged. There's just so many, and it's not looking like they're going to stop making these cards. First of all, they're kind of easy and they're fun to make. And so I'm so glad for them to keep adding more. Every new holiday I look and, like, for instance, this is all the dad stuff. And so there's like a new holiday, every new holiday there's stuff, lots of stuff in other languages, which is great. And so, you know, it's appealing to a different sort of crafter. When you have a Joy, you have, there are limits to what the Joy can do, as you know, but it's also easier to adopt. Like, it's easier to kind of just open it up and get started. That's what I've been trying to tell people. So all you need to do is download the app, and when you do, you log in. This is the app, and this is the home of the app. It looks much different than Cricut Design Space, and from home you get to choose things like paper crafting with foil, insert cards, make a label, cut out iron-on or infusible ink, make stickers or decals, and then paper crafts. And so we can talk about all these other things, but today we're going to just talk about insert cards, because I find this to be the most or like amazing sort of thing. So we're going to hit browse, and then we see all of these cards. If we're looking for something in particular, something special, you can do the search as I just did, or if you happen upon something that you really like this one, which is our favorite flamingo. The thing that I'm noticing about this, and I don't know if it's just the way the color is, but it looks to me like there's silver and gold on this. I don't know how they achieved that. But once you find a card that you like, let's choose this one. This is a birthday cupcake one with these little sparklers. I suppose it could also be like for 4th of July, if you want to use the right colors. Like if we used maybe red and blue and white or something like that, we could do that. But let's make this one. So all we're going to do here is hit start making. Now, most but not all cards will give you the choice of 3 different sizes, okay? This middle size is sort of what I would call the standard size. It's the one that they came out with. It's also called an A2 size card, and you will find boxes of them everywhere, Michael's and Joann's and stuff like that. Now, I want to point out that there's nothing on the boxes of these cards that would indicate the size, okay? As they have it here, small, medium, large. These are actually the large size ones. So when you're buying them, if you don't have something to compare it with, let me see if I got the small box. Okay, so this is small, which is 3.5 by 4.9 inches. This is the medium, the one that I mostly use, 4.25 by 5.5. It's called A2. And then this one is the closest to a 5 by 7 card. It's, I believe it's called an A6, but it's 4.5 by 6.25. Okay, and now these come all packaged up like this, and they're great. But if you say have like a wedding or an event and you want to get all the same colors, you can actually make your own insert card. So let's have a look at what's inside of an insert card box. This is a new one. This one here actually has acetate in there. So let's open it up so you can see. And there are 10 cards in here. If I can get it out without ruining the box. Okay. So what you get inside of an insert card box is 10 envelopes, 10 cards that are going to go on a card mat, and 10 inserts, okay? And these ones are all acetate, and they're all different kinds of acetate. I actually, with these acetate ones, I like to put another thing underneath it, like this. I mean, this obviously is not cut the right size, but let's see, try this one. I like doing something like that. That gives it sort of an interesting look. And that's what I mean about you can create your own look. So if you're very particular or you need something very specific, you can make your own cards. I'm going to show you at least how to do the medium size ones, the A2 size ones, because I guarantee you, once you start making insert cards, you'll get a little hooked, and you'll be like making insert cards for everything and everyone. And they're just really cute. And they take, like, I don't know, a few minutes. Really, once you get the hang of it, they take a few minutes. So to make the actual insert cards, I'm actually going to use this. It's 8.5 by 11 inch paper. What's wrong? What do I need to post here? I don't remember who did it. So the card as favorite design. Oh, I'll have to look at the comments later. I apologize. Okay, so this is 8.5 by 11 inch paper that I got at Michael's. Everybody knows I love Michael's 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. I often will call cardstock paper because it's easier to say. But it is actually cardstock. It weighs about 60 pounds and it feels kind of like this. It makes perfect cards. And in making these cards for our card mat and for our joy, one sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch paper will make 2 cards, okay? And then one sheet of an insert will make 4. Okay, so to make 4 cards total, you'll need 2 sheets of whatever is your card sheet and then 1 sheet of whatever is your insert, okay? So we'll kind of do that. I'll cut different colors so you'll see. So we have 8.5 by 11. Now I'm going by this. This is a medium card. And so I want a 4.25 by 5.5 inch finished card. Now this is what that looks like, okay? But it's folded because it's going to go on the card mat. So what is really great is that an 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper cut this way becomes 2 cards, okay? Let me show you how you do that. So easy, and all you need is something like this. This is called a personal trimmer, or there's also, let's see, other manufacturers. I use the Cricut one because, well, I have everything Cricut, but there are others out there, so you don't have to like get the Cricut one. There is also, I should tell you that if you have the older version of this, the newer version does come and it cuts 13 inches. I'll just show you that. See here, 13. That's because the cardstock paper is 13 inches and it's hard to get that paper into the personal trimmer because of that. Okay, so that's a different topic, but we're going to cut this in half like this. And at the very half of 11, right? This is 8.5 by 11. Half of 11 is 5.5. So we're going to position this at the 5.5 inch mark. And then we just push this up and down. And we have 2 pieces of equal size. Let me show you that again. 5.5 inch. This is an 8.5 inch piece of paper. And now I have 2 cards. And then I am going to score it. I can do that by hand, or you can also use the trimmer for that as long as you have your score blade in there. But I find it easy just to fold it myself. And I just fold it right there, exactly even. You'll get good at it after a while. And then you can make a whole bunch. So let's say somebody's having, I don't even know if he's a thing anymore, but somebody's having a Barney party, like the kid likes Barney or something, I don't know. And you want to do an insert card that's purple and you can't find a box of purple note cards because they don't exist or something. Or use whatever, you want to do. You want to do a Finding Nemo or a whatever, a wedding invitation, a baby shower, a gender reveal, or whatever. You can make your own insert cards, okay? So there are the insert cards. Now, insert cards require inserts because the way this goes is the card gets cut out and designed, and then on the inside part you actually put in the insert. The insert is slightly smaller, okay, than what you what you're going to cut for your cards, but also you can use 8.5 by 11 inch paper to make them. So just so you can see here, the inserts are actually 4 inches by 5.25. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this. I hope I do this right. I'm going to cut this at 5.25, and I'll get two pieces. So there's 5.25. There will be a little strip left. If you're like me, you'll save that for something else. You'll end up with these two sizes, slightly smaller than our card sizes, right? And then we're going to put it back in, turn it, put it back in, and we are going to cut it at 4 inches. So we're making these. Okay, so you can use anything you want here. Like, you know, if you want to use glitter paper, you want to use, I don't know, vellum, you want to use acetate, you want to use patterned paper, you want to use, what am I forgetting? Glitter card, foil cardstock, anything you want. And that's the beauty of Cricut. You can make whatever you want. Given, you know, your imagination, that's the only limit really, is your imagination and sourcing the materials. So from that 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper, actually 3 sheets of paper, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards and 4 pieces of insert on foil. Isn't that great? So this is a very easy thing for you to do to create cards. Let's go back to making the cards. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our card setup. I chose this card, remember? And I have my Joy. It's attached to my iPad. When I say attached, I mean it's like linked through Bluetooth. And if you need to see what that is about, you're going to go to your settings screen, and under Bluetooth, you're going to find the Joy, and it has to say connected, okay? Because Joy is Bluetooth enabled, and it's an easy thing, but you just have to remember to do that. Otherwise, you'll be like, why isn't this working? Okay, so then once you do that, you're going to choose a size. I'm going to choose the medium size. It's the size that I prefer, but if you want to do the small or the large, you can do that. Not all cards have all 3 of these, just so that you know. Then I'm going to hit next. And I'm presented with the design, and it's rather plain, okay? And I get to choose the color. So this is not you're telling the machine the colors. This is more for you as a designer. You are now a designer. And you're going to choose edit colors, okay? So under edit colors, you have 3 choices, or you should have 3 choices. You have card, insert, and then the pen and the foil. So let's say we want to change this up. We just cut out some black. So let's change the card to black. Now we want to change the insert. That's the part that goes inside, and we can choose either solid, metallic, or glitter. They don't have all the glitter that's available, but let's choose, I don't know, let's choose the gold. And then when we get to the pen or the foil, you can, and not all cards have pen and foil. You need to find a card that has pen writing on it before you can use the foil, okay? So when you get to the pen/foil, you would choose foil, and you choose from the colors. Right now, these are the colors that are available in foil. I've been thinking that black would make a really good addition to this, but that's me. But of course, I always want more. So it's gold, silver, rose gold. There's like a red, pink, like a purple, a peacock, and a green. So let's choose gold just because, you know, I have it, and this is what it's going to look like. Now maybe I think maybe silver would look better, but no, let's try the gold and see this go. So I'm going to hit this checkbox. And I still have a change. If I want to change this, I still have the opportunity to change this, okay? So I can just keep going back to edit color. But if I'm ready, I'm going to hit next. And this is just sort of the directions. It's a lot like the heat press guide. It's just showing you this is the material. This is how you're going to load the material. This is the size you need. This is what you also need. You need an insert card. You need the foil transfer tool. You need a foil sheet that's sized at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you need the card mat. Okay, you can also preview. Here's the preview. That's what it's going to look like on your card. So now we're going to hit make it, and it does connect to the Joy at this point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, all of the instructions are here, but I'm just going to show you. Okay, so this is the card mat. It is a special like patent pending whatever mat from Cricut, and you'll notice on this card mat that there are 3 sizes. There's our small, there's our medium, there's our large, and there is a cover on this mat, and it's sticky here, but this cover thing is not sticky on the inside. So you're going to take your card and you're just going to put the back part in here and put the top part on the top, and make sure you press it down because it will stick like this. Okay, but because we're doing foil, we're going to take our little foil sheet packs. Now these sheets also come in 12 by 12, but they're a little bit like lanky. It's hard to work with them. I like to buy them in this packs, and here are all the different packs that are available. There's silver, there's a sampler called Jewel, there's a ruby sampler that includes pink and red and rose gold, there's rose gold separate, Jewel, and I have silver around here somewhere. Did I? Oh, there. So those are all of the ones. We're going to use gold for this. So we're going to turn it over, open it up on the sides, and keep these packages because this stuff is really like slippery. It's super slippery. So in addition to the foil, you get these. These are stickers. So we're going to open up here, and we're going to take out one sheet. See what I mean? It's very slippery. I'll put this aside. We're going to take out one sheet, and we're going to need some of these stickers. You can reuse that sticker or the tapes if you want. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is that the sticky part of the mat, like down here, might transfer some of the gold on there. It just happens, and you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't ruin your mat or anything. It just kind of like it appears on your mat. But now if you're using this for your large machines, if you're using it for your large machines, you're dealing with a larger mat, and that causes a lot of problems. So this is probably one of the reasons why this is so much easier. So we're going to place this here. I don't know why my hands are moving around, right? Then we're going to take these stickers, and I always start from the bottom. Let me see if I'm going to want to make sure I'm in sight. But we're going to place the stickers on the bottom or the outside edge. I don't know how else to call it. The outside edge, the bottom edge. And then we'll take another one. We're going to go opposite, and we're going to put it at the top. Now, you get better at this. So if the first time you're doing it, your hands are all shaky, whatever, or it happens like this, you can just pull it up and readjust. See? And the goal is to try to get it as flat as possible. And I mean, you don't want it to be super loose, but it's a little forgiving too. So if you have a little tiny bit like right here, may not matter. I mean, I'll just, because I'm demonstrating it, I will pick up that tape again and sort of pull it so that you can see what I'm talking about. So try to get it taut, but if you can't get it perfect. You know, it's about progress, not about perfection, okay? So we're putting the transfer tape, I'm sorry, not the transfer tape, the foil tape around the piece of foil. You can no longer see the card, okay? And this is all of the stuff that it tells you. It tells you on down of, remember to remove the protective mat. And then it tells you to add your foil. This is what we just did. We added the foil and the tape, okay? And then you'll notice that your machine is blinking. See how the machine is blinking? I'm getting ready to put this in. I'm going to open the clamp and take out my housing with the blade, and I'm going to take the foil transfer. There's only one tip on the Joy foil transfer. It's the medium tip. If you have the transfer for the other machines, you'll know that there's a fine, medium, and bold. This one only has the medium. I don't know if there are plans to come out with any more. The foil transfer kit, by the way, comes with the housing, the tip, and some foil to get you started, and it's $29.99, and you can buy it on Cricut or anywhere. So we're going to take out our housing and our blade, and we're going to pop it in and close the clamp. All right. And now we're getting ready. We're going to just take our mat and sort of just push it in, not really push it, just kind of lay it in, and the machine kind of does all the work for you. Okay. And as you can see, it was loading and it's telling me insert my transfer tool. And so this is really foolproof if you ask me. And then we're just going to hit go. Now, while this is going, I'm going to show you a few examples of cards that I have found with foil. And then also, you know, I want to show you first. Let me just show you. So this, where is it? Where is it? Come on, Rita. All right. So this was before the foil transfer, which I think is still pretty awesome, right? And instead it used a pen instead of the foil. Same with this. It used the pen instead of the foil. No, I think I did it. Yeah. Here's the foil. I did it with the blue. And I don't know, I think it might have to do with that the insert card is a little bumpy, but it didn't come out super great. And to be honest, you know, I like this better. However, I love this. This is so elegant. Look at this. It's like welcome to your new home. And I did it in black and silver. It's really elegant looking. Here's another one. This I did in pen, but you could also do in foil. This is probably my favorite insert card with foil. There's another one coming up. This one is done in blue with silver. And then I used the holographic on there. Let me see. I know I have another one that, is this it? This is also foil. I put silver on there. This is the silver one. Look at, this is the foil. That's foiled rather than pen. This one is also foiled where I put black with red. And I have to tell you, I think this works best with the darker colors. Look at this one, the clock one, that I used a yellow. This is holographic foil in neon holographic foil. And what else? There's this one here I did. Oh, here it is. Is this here? Please tell me it's here. I just did it. The shells. Oh, wait, this is the one. This one here, best friend in the universe. I love it. So the clocks and everything. And as I mentioned, there's just so many. I mean, I challenge everybody to try. Look at this one. You have the key to my heart. And this one is that heart one. This is the same universe. This is what I wanted to show you. So this is the difference. This one is done with the foil and this one is done with the pen. So you can decide which one you like the most and use it. But today we're talking about foil. Okay, so now, as you can see, it's done. It's sort of spit it out, but it hasn't come out, and we do not want to take it out, okay? And on our screen, we're being told we've got to remove the foil and the tape from there. So one of the things, it's a little tip that I noticed, is you should probably take out this first, because as you can see, the mat isn't completely out of the machine, and you don't want to take it out. So by taking it out of the machine, it's going to make taking the foil off easier, and you have to take it out anyway, so do that first. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift it here, and then when I get to this part here, I'm going to just kind of remove it without removing the mat. You see? And it didn't come out as great as I wanted to. I wanted it to be really on the edge. Now, by the way, you can reuse these. And if you're working with paper that might tear, it's probably best to use a reused piece of tape, okay? So I keep these, and then I just discard this. Okay, so now we're ready to do the cutting. So we already took out our Joy foil tool. We're just going to put in our Joy blade back, close it, go back to our screen and hit next. It tells us that we have to do what we just did, and then we're going to hit go. And now the machine is going to cut out the little inserts, and then the candles, and it looks like frosting on the top. While we're doing that, let me see, I can find a gold glitter. I have one here. So there's the gold glitter one. Now, if you make your own insert cards, which I do recommend, especially if you're having these are super handy to have, but if you have an event or you have a particular color that's your color thing, making your own cards is super easy. However, you will need to purchase envelopes. That's what comes in the insert cards. You get enough to make 10 cards or whatever, sometimes more, 15, 12, but you will need to buy envelopes. I buy the envelopes. They're often on sale at Michael's. You just have to look for them. They're not in a really easy to find place, but they're in the sort of paper crafting area. In my Michael's, it's like close to where the yarn is, but they move things around. But anyway, when you're going to buy envelopes, you're going to look for the A2 size envelopes, which will be slightly bigger than that insert card that we cut. Okay, you can also buy them online. I can give you a couple of links for that. And then it's done. So we're just going to hit unload. And believe it or not, the app even shows you how to take it off the mat, how to prepare your mat for the next one, and how to put the insert card in. Yay. And then when you hit done, you're back at step 1. Couple of things. Insert cards are not savable. All right? Which is kind of a bummer. And I'm told that might change, but they're not savable. You can't favorite them. You can't do much of anything except make them, okay? And that's okay. It's just, it becomes a little bit difficult if you are all of a sudden become more advanced and you want to do things like put somebody's name on there, or you want to put a inside of the card sentiment. And so for a beginner, the fact that they're not savable doesn't really matter. But as you get better at it, you're going to start saying, well, why can't I change this card to say happy birthday Sue. I'm going to pick on Sue again. Happy birthday, Sue. And that's just a topic for another conversation. Okay, so here is the cutout. See how it cut out all of these pieces? It also cut out these corners. Here's my mat. You want to remove all these little cutout pieces from the mat, and also good idea to put the little protective plastic. I'm not going to be putting this away, but it's a good idea to, if you're not going to make any more, put the protective plastic on there. And now we have our card. We're going to open it up. We're going to take our insert, and obviously I'm going to point it towards the front of the card. And this one here has this really fancy edge where we're going to put it in and then out, in and then out. Just like this. And there is our card. To be honest with you, some of these really faint looking, maybe not so good. Do I glue the insert piece? Great question, Serena. I have glued them, but they're designed not to be glued. And the times that I have glued them are, we'll use this one as an example. This one here, you'll note, is glued in here. The reason why is that it has all of these pieces that sort of, when you put the insert in, they just sort of kind of lift. So here, this is what I mean. This is all lifted here, and depending on how much the card is handled, it could cause a problem. So, so what I do often is I test it out first. So let's take our insert card. I'm going to use this piece of foil. This one's cute because it has these clouds. And be careful because you don't want to rip one of the corners. All right, so you're going to look at it and say, yeah, I might need a little bit of glue. So what you can do, sometimes, not all the time, but is just go ahead and you can either glue it from the front like this, or you can take this insert part out, identify the places here, like right here, here, that are going to sort of stick up, and just put dabs. I mean, seriously, little baby dots of glue here, okay? And all that's going to do is it's going to hold that insert in place. So let's get our insert. Now, putting it in might be a little difficult since you have that glue, so be patient with the process. And try not to get glue where it's not supposed to be, okay? And there's my insert. Let's turn it over and make sure you press down where you put that glue. And now, you see the card is not like sort of, I mean, obviously the glue is still wet, but the card isn't like lifting, you see? So I just thought I would show you that. So they're designed for the most part to not use glue. They're designed to be as easy to make as possible. And it's only when you start to get like, you know, better at it, more comfortable with the process, that you start thinking of things like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to make my own cards, I want to add foil, so foiling is a little bit advanced technique for insert cards, but it's doable. You guys can do this for sure. So so definitely follow the same steps. And just as a quick aside, let's just do this. We're going to start making, let's do this this flamingo. There's an example of just one size available. And then I'm going to edit color. I'll change the card to blue. And then I'm going to change the foil to silver. And I don't know. Does it have a pen? I'm going to choose. And the insert, I will choose pink if they have it. Solid. Here it is. Pink. Okay. So then we hit Okay, then we still have an opportunity to change something, and we're going to hit next. We then put together our card. So let's take, I know I said blue, but you can do whatever you want. This is Qriket Chat. We do whatever we want, all right? So you could tell it's going to be blue, but then decide it's going to be black, and that's fine, okay? So here's a piece of silver foil. I have my tape left over from before, and I'm going to tape it down using my patented technique. And top from the bottom, and then the top, and then on the sides. I'm just joking, you guys. I hope you know that. Okay. And then I'm going to open my machine, and I'm going to allow it to be fed into there, and I'm going to hit make it. It connects, and it starts doing the, oops, what did I forget? Boop, I forgot to take this out. See, that's why you do need that step by step, because sometimes you're just talking too much and you forget. So here you go. So I changed out the foil from my blade. Now, also, I wanted to just mention to you about this. This is very small, as you can see, and it has a tendency to roll. And if you put it down and you have a dog that has a tendency to get into craft things, your dog will chew this and destroy it, because it's not like made out of titanium or anything. So when you're swapping these things out, do mind where you put this so that it doesn't go rolling off of your table, or you'll have to replace it. And this thing, believe it or not, is like $35 or something like that. It's really expensive. So try and not to let your dog Benji chew on it like I let my dog Benji. I didn't let him, you know. Oh, my code is Miss Rita 10, and I have a link, and I'll put the link in the description of the video when it's over. Thank you for asking, Serena. And I will mention that I don't have my magnet. You know, somebody told me there was some sort of a magnet. Maybe I misunderstood them. Like, I thought they were telling me there was a magnet in the Joy, but maybe they're saying I should put a magnet there so I can put this here. Is that what you were telling me? I forget who told me that. It might have been a Ladra. But I do have magnets somewhere, and I could just kind of glue or stick a magnet to the side so it holds that. And that will keep me from having to replace that piece. The magnet is on the white part. This part here. I don't, it feels a little magnetized, but I don't want to, it's on the white plastic in front. Okay. Guys, this front, you guys, are you putting me on? Are you totally off to the side? Like here? To the side. All right, I'm getting distracted. Let me just do this part, and then we'll play with the magnets, okay? So again, I'm taking off the foil. I'm going to take this out. And remember, I'm not taking out that mat. I'm just pulling off the foil, and then I'm going to put back this, and I'm going to tell my machine to go to the next thing. Okay, now we're going to try to find the magnet that's off to the side on the plastic, like here, off to the side. It is in the corner to the side. See, it's hard to describe things, right? To the side of the words Cricut. It's in the corner. This Cricut Joy here in the corner. You guys, I think you're pulling my leg. I think you're totally pulling my leg. But okay, so here is the done one. Is it on the outside? You guys, it's not funny to pull the instructor's leg, you know. I do not feel any magnetized thing here at all. I mean, here it feels like maybe... I don't feel it. Maybe I have on top, to the right of the logo, on top. Maybe I have the pre-manufactured version and it doesn't have them. You ever think of that? I mean, I did get this joy when it first came out before. So maybe they added the magnet and I don't have it. I'm going to ask because I can't seem to find a magnet. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to very gently take this off. Now, I will tell you that the new card mats are much stickier than the old card mats used to be, and they will last you longer. However, when you're taking it off of the mat, you will feel a little bit of, if it's a brand new mat, you'll feel a little bit of stick here. It doesn't really matter. And I dropped something before Benji gets to it. I'm going to have to get it. All right, so it doesn't really matter because you're going to put that insert piece in there. But so let's take and put this insert piece in. I don't think we're going to need glue for this one. And then I'm going to give you the voila. Voila! Isn't that awesome? So pretty. Oh, we should have probably used pink, right? I'll have to find a piece of pink. Because of the flamingos. But this is super addictive. You're just gonna, like, if you start doing this, if you just got a joy, or whatever, or you just get the foil tip, break out the joy and start making some of these foil cards. Just so much fun. just so much fun. And that is it for today, folks. That's it for Qriket Chat for today. Tomorrow, I'm in a toss-up tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm thinking we're going to do iron-on, for 4th of July. Like a patriotic type of an iron-on a shirt. That I might make for my mother, but I'm actually waiting for my rhinestones. I of course purchased more rhinestones and I'm waiting for them to come in, and I wanted to do rhinestones with iron-on the shirt, and it says they're not coming in until Thursday. So I may not be able to make that happen. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll do an iron-on. With or without rhinestones, I don't know. And then that's Thursday. And Friday, we are making, for 3D Friday, we're making a compass box, which is actually from Dreaming Tree. It's a beautiful box that's got a really unique look to it. So we're going to do that. So thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it. Make sure you tell your friends. We like friends. We like new people. And if you are new, make sure you reach out to everyone here. What a great group. I got to tell you, these people, except for when they're trying to convince me that there's something with my machine that clearly is not there. They're mostly pretty reliable and definitely positive people. So thank you so much for coming today, and we'll see you again hopefully on the next Qriket Chat with Miss Rita. You are welcome in this space. All right, everyone, take care and see you tomorrow. Get some crafting in, okay? Take care.